Susie Bullock from HeyGrillHey.com, and I'm here to help you make better barbecue, feed the people you love, and become a backyard barbecue hero. And honestly, you can't be a backyard barbecue hero unless your grill is in tip-top shape. So today one more time. You can't be a backyard barbecue hero unless your grill is in tip-top shape. So today I'm teaching you my tips and tricks and method for deep cleaning your pellet grill. Let's do it. The first step to cleaning your grill is getting it super dirty by cooking lots of yummy food on it. I think we have remnants of some brats, some chicken thighs recently. Pretty sure we've done a pork butt on here in the not so distant past. So make sure your grill is nice and lovely and dirty, and then we get to start cleaning it. And I always start top down because anything you clean up here is gonna fall down below. So we're gonna start with cleaning the lid. These are my two favorite tools for deep cleaning a pellet smoker. There's a lot of other things we're gonna use today, but especially for the lid and the inside, this is a putty knife and this is a nylon scrubber. We don't wanna use anything that's too metal or too abrasive. We don't wanna scratch any of our surfaces, create opportunities for rust to grow, but this will really take off a lot of that carbon and buildup, especially on the lid. Now that we've got the lid scraped and a lot of the carbon and residue removed, we're gonna move inside the barrel. So I'm actually gonna remove a lot of the components in here. I'm gonna remove the grates, I'm gonna scrape off and remove the drip pan, and I'm gonna remove the deflector plate inside. I definitely wanna make sure I hit this area back here where the chimney is attached to the barrel because there will be a lot of buildup in there. So we're gonna spend some time cleaning out this connector point and also inside the chimney itself. Make sure you run your putty knife on all the little lips and edges all around the inside of your smoker. You'll be surprised how much food buildup and ash settles on those tiny little edges. So you'll notice that I have a drip tray that has vents in it. I'm cooking on a Camp Chef SGX. This has a slide and grill feature where you can actually slide the deflector plate and have direct access to the fire underneath. I know several pellet manufacturing models have something similar in their deflector pan. Just make sure you get the corner of your putty knife in between each of those vents. You don't want any of them blocked. Make sure you remove as much residue and debris as you can. Let's talk about cleaning your grates. I think this is something that we all struggle with because there aren't a ton of tools on the market that do this safely and effectively. The Camp Chef smoker that I have is awesome because these break apart into individual pieces. So I actually put mine in my dishwasher. That's right. I clean these in my dishwasher and I'm gonna take them inside and let them run on a load right now. If you don't have the luxury of dishwashing your grill grates, here are a couple tools that I really like. I use the nylon scrub brush to get a lot of those built up pieces off. You cannot use these when this is hot. It will melt the plastic, but it's something that works well on a cool grill. If they're well seasoned, you can get in there and kind of get a lot of those little pieces of debris that are left behind. I will actually ball up some tin foil in between some tongs and rub those on the grates. That's great when it is hot because it really picks up a lot. The tin foil is also really good for getting any grease. It just takes so much off. So I really like the tin foil ball trick inside of some tongs. That works great. If you need to get a little bit deeper clean, Scotch-Brite makes these scrubbing pads. You just have to be careful with the type of pads that you buy. Because most pellet grill grates are coated in porcelain to prevent rust, you need to make sure that you're not using something that's so abrasive, it'll scratch off the coating of your grill. I really recommend that you stay away from these metal bristles. Not only can they scratch your grill grates, but they can also fall out and they become a hazard. People have ingested these and become really sick. So try as hard as you can not to use these metal bristled brushes, okay? One thing I definitely recommend is taking some paper towels and using those to clean off the thermometer inside of your grill, because this is what dictates how frequently your grill feeds pellets, how hot your grill gets. It can really impact temp swings as well. So make sure that thermometer probe is nice and clean. One last thing you need to make sure you clean is the grease chute. That's what connects the drip tray to the grease bucket. If it gets blocked at all, you will have grease spillage. The fat from all of your awesome smoked meats will drip over the edge and into the barrel. It sets you up for a grease fire as well as makes a massive mess. So take your putty knife, really get in there, clean out that groove, clean out the chute, make sure there's no blockages in there at all. Clean out the chute. Fire in the hole. Now that we've cleaned everything from the top, knocked it all down into the bottom of our smoker, we need to clean out the barrel. You're gonna notice a lot of ash build up down here as the pellets burn. They produce ash and we need to clean that out. Otherwise it'll continue to circulate and get on your food. My favorite way to do that is with a shop vac. We actually have one that's specifically dedicated to cleaning out our smokers and it works incredibly well. It allows you to get into the tight crevices and suck up all of that debris and all of that ash that we just knocked into the bottom. So this is normally where I stop when it comes to the interior. If you want to go crazy and take it all the way back to the bones, you can use a degreaser to break down a lot more of, you know, some of the residual buildup inside. I don't find it necessary to take everything off and start from scratch. That's seasoning. Some of that's a little bit of flavor and it's okay to leave in there, especially when it comes to like the sidewalls. You're probably never going to get every single thing off and be able to start again from scratch. But I think we did a pretty good job on the inside. I'm gonna reassemble this and then I can show you some of my favorite tips for cleaning the outside of your smoker. As we're putting our grill together, I wanted to take a second to talk about this drip tray. Now this is a point of controversy as well as personal preference for a lot of people in the pellet smoker world. Do you line the drip tray or do you leave it au naturel? Now I'm going to tell you what we do. Because of the slide and grill feature where the vents have direct access to the fire, if I'm cooking something hot and fast, I do not foil the drip tray. I want the food to have access to the wood fire underneath. That's the whole point. If I'm doing something low and slow like a brisket, pork shoulder, ribs, I generally will foil because that has a lot of rendered fat and I don't want it falling through any of the vents in the drip tray itself and getting into the barrel below. So I will cover and line with foil and make sure it leads directly out to the drip tray so that the grease bucket can catch all of that rendered fat instead of having it drip through the vents. We gotta clean the outside of the grill. Even if you keep it covered, these grills tend to pick up debris, grease spatter, spills from sauces, you name it, we gotta get it off. So I generally use two products to keep the outside of my grills looking nice. This is a degreaser. You can use your favorite degreaser. This is LA's Totally Awesome. I found it at the dollar store. And as far as I'm concerned, it works really, really well on getting the greasy spots off of the outside of your grill and making it look super shiny. If you want a little extra, get rid of any streaks left behind from the degreaser, I generally polish with Windex. So let's do it. Now that your smoker is clean, that means it's time for you to cook something amazing. I hope you know that we have a ton of recipes for you on our site, heygrillhey.com, but also check out my videos tab because those videos will show you step by step how to make awesome food on your smoker so you can feed the people you love and be that backyard barbecue hero. See you next time. Isn't that lovely? Look what I did.
What are you doing?
I cleaned the grill.
You clean the grill?
It happens. Todd normally cleans the grill. I did a good job. The grates are still in the dishwasher. Do you approve?
Yes.
I wanted to do a bad job so that you wouldn't let me do it anymore.
Oh, that's how we do it around here, huh?